Paychecks and seizing assets. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. Covington Tax Solutions will help you fight to get the best deal possible. Call Covington Tax Solutions now for a free consultation. Call 872-257-4631. Call 872-257-4631.
Covington Tax Solutions.
Hi, my name is Audra Wilson, and I'm the President and CEO of the Shriver Center on Poverty Law. You can visit us at www.povertylaw.org. Hey, cousins. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
I'm Michelle Peltier, and here's what we're following on the Family Meeting. Borrowers with multiple federal student loans, such as Perkins loans, Parent Plus loans, and federal family education loans, have until April 30th to apply for consolidation. The process requires applicants to select an income-driven repayment plan, which could Perkins loans and Parent Plus loans and federal family education loans, which could in some situations lead to a total loan cancellation. A study published in 2023 found that Black students who took out loans experienced guilt, sadness, and fatigue, in addition to stress from course load expectations and post-graduation goals. Another study published in 2021 found that Black female HBCU students worried significantly about their debt while on campus. The Biden-Harris administration has canceled an estimated $153 billion in loans so far through various programs. The student loan consolidation program is expected to help more than 900,000 borrowers. Mayor Brandon Johnson and the Chicago Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events recently announced that the three-time Grammy Award-winning quartet of Jackie Clark Chisholm, Elbernita Twinkie Clark Terrell, Dorinda Clark Cole, and Karen Clark Sheed will headline the festival, which kicks off Millennium Park's milestone 20th anniversary season. The Chicago Gospel Fest, taking place on June 1st from 4 to 9 p.m. on the J. Pritzker Pavilion stage, will also feature Chicago songwriter Todd Delaney.
There's some howling up in there.
Yes, Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter Chandler Moore, and three-time Grammy-nominated artist Anita Wilson. Village of Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard and renowned Chicago area activist Andrew Holmes, you're laughing because you know about this story, are defendants in a civil suit over their alleged involvement in a sexual assault that took place during a trip to Las Vegas. The lawsuit claims that Holmes sexually assaulted a Village of Dolton employee in 2023 while on that trip. It also alleges that Mayor Henyard retaliated against the employee and a police officer after hearing about those allegations. The suit was filed on Monday by a Dalton police officer and a former member of Mayor Henyard's security detail, along with the woman who alleges Holmes sexually assaulted her. Following these events, as per the lawsuit, the alleged victim, who Henyard employed, lost her job shortly thereafter, and Officer Miles was removed from the mayor's security detail. The lawsuit accuses Henyard of retaliation based on those actions. Please visit our webpage, gfmradioshow.com. You can subscribe and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and whatever else is out there. And also subscribe and follow our YouTube channel to view us live and receive reminders when we are on the air. I am Michelle Peltier. Don't go anywhere.
Of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you. Whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
You better call Darnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
I think you better call Darnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Darnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm?
I think you better call Darnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Darnell.
That's right. You better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Hey, Chicago, this is motivational speaker and author William A. Edie II, author of the book Listen If You Want to Succeed, and I listen to The Family Meeting.
This is Tanisha K. Brooks, teacher for the Great Ann Arbor Public Schools, where Wolverines rule. I'm listening to The Family Meeting.
Welcome to the worldwide headquarters of the Family Meeting, y'all. It's family meeting time. I'm your boy E. And Michelle, thank you so much for that news.
You're welcome.
And you know the routine. Grab your phones, find us on social media, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff for all the requisite social media sites. Also, visit the webpage, tfmradioshow.com. That's tfmradioshow.com. You'll find archived broadcasts there. Music playlist, to which I added to this week. Check
Yay.
that out. I'm actually pretty proud of my list.
You should be.
I dare you not to get up.
You could probably sell it.
You know what gets me up? Don't take very much, though, does it? You know what gets me up? Man. Find the live link to the broadcast going on right there, right now. TFMRadioshow.com. In the space shuttle cockpit controlling everything is Devin, a.k.a. Bobby Longstrokes.
I thought you weren't going to call him that anymore.
Porno actor formerly known as.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry.
That's better.
That's right. Also, visit that webpage and mash the button, become a patron, because you can participate in keeping us on the air for as little as $5 a month. Go to tfmradioshow.com, mash the button, become a patron. The lines fill quickly, 773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. Guess who's here, y'all?
Yay.
Old drunk ass Adrian's here, man.
Mash the button.
Yay.
And he managed to bring in some booze that's got a big ass X on it. It's like Granny's moonshine or something, man, from the Beverly Hillbillies. Is that what that is?
It's a different X. It's a pretty X.
It's a pretty. Can want me to show it?
It's decorative.
Want me to show it?
Yeah, okay. There you go.
This is what we're doing today.
I don't know if you should drink something with an X on it, Michelle. Big ass X on it.
But it's a pretty X. It's not like a...
X is like stop. Don't.
No, not that X. Not that one. Not that one.
That's what X means.
Not that one.
You've never seen the X that says, yeah, come on.
That
come
says
on
it. That
come
says
on.
it to me.
Well, see, there's X, like X marks the spot.
Right.
And I think, you know, the old pirates
When
used
they
to
drop bombs, right.
No, with the pirates, where they used to draw the X on their maps, and that's why there's an X on the bottle, because this is rum from the Caribbean, where all of the treasure was lost and found.
Okay.
It's the X with the skull is the one you're talking about.
There we
That's
go.
poison.
That's it. That's the poison. Yes.
No, just because it ain't got a skull don't mean it ain't an X, man. I'm just
It's
saying.
still an X. Well, pirates used to fly flags that had a skull and crossbones.
That's true.
Because it meant death.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kill you.
Yeah. Okay.
But
You say
this is
so,
for
man.
drinking.
Good luck to you. You're going to have a bellyache. That's what's going to happen. You know, she brought a drunk ass in here one day, had a bellyache after St. Patrick's Day. She couldn't get organized, man. I'm like, don't give her no milk. Don't give her no
I feel
milk.
judgment. I feel judgment.
Yes, you can go with
But it's
that.
St. Patrick's Day, right? It's St. Patrick's Day. That's what everybody does, right?
Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Except your boy.
Even you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to let you do that to me. No, under no circumstances have I ever been Irish. If you heard somebody say that, they're lying.
Okay.
Who's losing their hair here at the board here, man? I got hair out everywhere. Okay. I ain't got no more.
It's
so it can't
definitely
be
not
mine.
yours.
Okay.
There's something peeked in on me.
It's those people.
Hey, man, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Y'all about to get right, though, in a minute. I'm going
We
to have to
are.
watch. I'm going to watch you gradually.
We are.
Watch your noses turn red. You
Yep.
I don't think mine does that.
don't think so?
No.
Okay. We'll test that theory today, won't we?
I hate that he can't join us.
Me too.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like the triangle offense is not complete without him with the glasses.
Right?
Well, you still got a problem if I got the ball in my hand. You still got a problem. Still got a problem. Somebody get him. Hey, man, so, look, I heard somebody use the phrase this week. It escaped me. Manufactured consent. Ever heard that phraseology before?
No, but I get it.
Manufactured consent.
It was, I wish I could remember who said it. But
Was it about a sexual assault?
No.
Okay.
It was about what's going on in the world these days, about how our standards, our reaction to what we see on the news, that there are places that engage in the process of generating manufactured consent. He said something like, take the money and adjust your attitude and perception to be in favor of whatever injustice is going on. Take this money and adjust your attitude and perception in favor of whatever injustice is going on. It's essentially a bribe.
It's a bribe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Take
And
this,
then-
look the other way.
Right, and it's wrapped with all of this manufactured consent. This it's embedded language that leads you to believe something. Oftentimes I'm adding to it now. Oftentimes it creates the us and them dynamic that's necessary for them to do whatever they want to them. Manufactured consent to injustice. So I was watching the Lying History Channel this morning.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
He's going in today.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, well, hey, man. So, because I actually got a question for y'all today, so like I normally do. And so the series today was the cars that the cars that built America. I think it was called. It's a series of 5 or 6 different shows. They talk about automakers. Of course, they said nothing about old Henry Ford being a sympathizer with the Nazis. No, he was a great man, blah, blah, blah. I mean, never said anything about Patterson and Sons, the black-owned auto manufacturer that went belly up during the Depression. Never talked about them. I wrote this because part of the manufactured consent is changing how you tell history. Right? It's adding, it's making someone look, it's excluding sometimes some of the actual history and inserting action words to have you believe something about somebody. Like Henry Ford invented the assembly line. He's a great man and a damn Nazi sympathizer to them, right? I wrote this headline down. I wrote it down here in the Boston Globe. I read the Boston Globe, New York Times, Washington Post every Sunday. And this was in January. 3 Americans were killed and many wounded in a drone attack by, this is the language, Iran-backed militia in Jordan. So when you add Iran-backed militia, it evokes certain emotion, right?
Sure.
And it's not just Iran. It's Iran-backed militia. So as a result, the U.S. forces went in a week or 2 later and killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Right. So the U.S. forces conducted a strike. I think this headline I didn't write down. It conducted a strike against Iran-backed militias in Iraq and I think it was Syria. But they didn't tell you how many people were killed.
Of course.
Or who else was killed, or what was destroyed. And so almost invariably, people were killed.
Sure.
So Israel decides to bomb, I think they bombed in Syria, right?
I think
And
so.
They killed some military leaders for Iran.
At an embassy, was it? Or
Was it an embassy? I'm not sure where it was.
Embassy or consulate.
Somewhere like that. But
Yeah.
they killed military, Iranian military leaders. So what happens if someone does that to our military? What is usually the U.S. reaction to that?
A bomb.
Bombs away.
We're going to blow up everybody.
Yeah,
Kill everybody.
everybody got to go.
But somehow, when Israel did it to Iran, killed their military leaders, our country was asking for restraint. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how am I supposed to square that? If you kill ours, we're going to kill everybody in your country. Mm-hmm. But if it's y'all, let's show some restraint.
I have a thought on that.
Offer it to me.
So the thought is this. If you attack us and the prevailing thought is there's no way you can win a all-out shooting war with us, right? Or it's not going to escalate into anything other than you attacked us and now we're gonna really hit you hard. We're going to do that. But if you end up with Iran escalating and after they were attacked, so Iran's attacked, Israel responds, and now Iran was attacked. Israel responds.
No, Iran responded, and then Israel responded. Israel bombed Iraqi military leaders first.
Yeah. The Iranians got killed. The Iranians, right. Generals or whatever.
And then Iran responded.
And then Iran responded, right?
Right.
Iran. I mean, yeah. And then Israel, right, is being asked not to go crazy because Iran will maybe escalate and pull in others.
It's reported Biden said, just take the win.
Yeah, just take the win. Yeah. So because we don't want it to escalate because it probably could, right? Because both of them think they can take each other out, right? Iran knows they can't take us out.
Us being who?
The United States.
Oh, yeah, they know they can't take us out.
So we can do whatever we want. It's not going to escalate between those two parties. But if Israel and Iran gets into it, then the whole region could be sucked in. Then that could bring in China and Russia because Iran is their proxy war, just like Ukraine is our proxy war for Russia.
So isn't all that real complicated?
It is.
It's so incredibly complicated. It sounded a little like what we demean, quote unquote, Chicago gang members. Right? Someone kills somebody, and the gang has to retaliate.
Right.
Why do you have to retaliate? That's why can't they just get along? But then they have this model that shows them this is how you react when somebody hits you like that. Right. Not to mention Iran, if I'm not mistaken, is surrounded by U.S. military bases. Every country on their border, I think, has U.S. military bases. Iraq to the west. What's to the east? I don't forget what's to the east of Iran. And to the north is
Turkey and Turkey is an ally.
Afghanistan's and all that stuff in the north. And, Afghanistan, I think, is to the. Well, anyway, they're surrounded by U.S. bases.
Yeah.
So you got to ask yourself. Oh, this is the other thing. So Russia invades Ukraine, and we don't like that. You shouldn't invade other countries. But we got military bases scattered all over the world.
Yeah, but we haven't invaded.
Right, they're there for protection.
How did they get there?
Because there was a war or something?
Because they invaded.
At some point.
This country invaded all these places, but running around telling people don't invade other people.
Yeah, or there were some agreements that were made.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You let us come here and put our bases, and then we'll keep somebody else from invading you.
This country has a long history of making agreements to which it doesn't keep.
Wow.
I'm not going to disagree with that statement.
And it's usually under duress that these agreements are made.
I'm not going to disagree with that either.
So this country goes around invading people and then telling other people don't invade people.
Well, it's like the parent who says, don't do what I do, but do what I say.
That's stupid, too.
Not going to disagree with that either.
But isn't that a thing? Didn't your parents say that to you?
No.
Okay.
They just didn't care. Don't do it because I said don't do it.
They might have thought that, but they never gave them.
Because it didn't make no sense to them either. Like, I'm out here bad, but you don't need to be out here bad.
Right.
But I think you started talking about it. It's all complicated. If you hit somebody and I hit somebody, then somebody else got to jump in. That's playground stuff, right? You jump on my boy, I'm jumping in to help my boy. It's like that.
So we're back to gangs.
We're right back to gangs.
Which is what it is.
But then you're telling the gang, stop doing that.
Right.
But you're doing it.
Yes.
So, call me naive. Call me naive if you'd like. But it seems to me it would be a whole lot easier, and I like easy. I like taking the easy route. To just say, hey, man, listen, I know y'all got lots and lots of oil. Let's work out something where we can work together. Right? Let's stop shooting at each other, which is what you ask the gangs to do, to put the guns down and work together to make the community better. They do that all the time. But somehow these governments can't seem to do that.
Because there's money in war.
I know, but even with money and natural resources, let's figure out a way to share.
You can't do that.
Well, you can.
You can.
You can. You may not want to, but you can.
I'm going to go back to why you can't, and it's based on something that you've kind of talked about before. And it's that how can you have an idea or position that you're going to share and everybody's going to have a happy existence if you don't even see those people as having the same level of humanity as you do?
Well, okay, good. I agree with you there. I mean, that has to be resolved as well.
It's almost like a non-starter. I mean, you can get into some agreements with them.
But it's chicken and egg, though. It's chicken and egg. I think that dehumanization is a part of the effort to just kill and steal.
Yes.
Yes. And that's why I say you can't do it. Because some folks are not going to, the people that pull the levers, they're not going to get past that privilege or supremacy, whatever they have in their mind about, we can just go take their oil.
And they don't want to share either.
They don't want to share either.
Which is like that stupid ass kid in the class that wants all the toys and don't want to share. Mm-hmm. Everybody hates him. Your fat ass, hate your parents. You got a clunky ass bike. I don't care about you. Man, wouldn't it be wonderful if a president stood up in front of us and said, listen, we ain't shooting no more. Yeah. We're going to find a way to work all this out. Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to do.
That would be lovely.
And that's fine, but I think before you even say that, you need to start out with, you can do that and have some apologies. You got to look at a long list of wrongs and apologize.
Well, let's talk about that, y'all. The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is Michelle Duster, professor, public historian, and author of Ida B. the Queen, The Extraordinary Life and Legacy of Ida B. Wells. Keep listening to The Family Meeting.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. As you know, we created a Patreon Family Meeting subscription and membership page to include you great listeners in our effort and give you a chance to very economically promote your business, organization, or local event. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to get your message out and support the Family Meeting as a viable voice. We know you appreciate our permanent interest dialogue, get up and dance playlist, and our great guests who stop by. So become a cousin and go to our website, tfmradioshow.com, and click the link.
Hey Chicago, are you always on the go? Take the new Shy 311 app with you to find the information that you need, submit non-emergency city service requests, and much more. Download the new Shy 311 app, built with Chicagoans for Chicagoans. That's Shy 311 on the App Store or Google Play, or check it out online at 311.chicago.gov. Stay informed with Shy 311. It's your gateway to Chicago services.
Calling all valued members of the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA. Your future retirement goals can be achieved. Introducing the AVMA Retirement Plan. Tailored to meet the distinct needs of veterinarians with streamlined administration and reduced burdens. Vets enjoy unrivaled benefits that include service provider oversight, knowledgeable expert investment guidance, and delegated fiduciary services. Veterinarians who use this plan can say goodbye to annual retirement plan audits and annual retirement plan tax reporting. Veterinarians, you can enjoy retirement your way with customizable plans to suit your practice's unique structure. From eligibility to vesting schedules and more, elevate your retirement journey with AVMA's specialized plan. Learn more by sending an email to polaris@polarisadvice.com. Secure your veterinary legacy starting today. Email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through LineStreet Financial, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management, LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and LineStreet are not affiliated.
Susan Manuel, www.ablconsulting.net. Welcome back to the family meeting.
773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. What y'all looking at over there?
I didn't know he had a screen over there to see the phones.
Oh, you can see the phone, though. You can't see the screen.
Well, it's kind of a screen. He can see the names.
I can see it, too. You don't have a phone over there. That's the problem.
No, but I can see him on the screen.
Me, too. I can see the screen and the phone. You don't have a phone, that's all.
You got the screen, I got the phone.
You got her drunk already, man. She don't know what she had.
I've never seen the phone.
And the screen.
I've never seen that phone before. Because Richard used to always turn it, so I didn't realize that he could see it on the phone as well.
Hey, Eric. Look at the time.
Doesn't take long, does it? She's lightweight, man.
I am fine. I am fine. I am fine.
Everybody, that 4:30
What is it that you got her drinking, man?
Bamboo. Barbados, a rum distilled in Barbados. Bamboo.
She's finna get unorganized.
And we're just sipping it. No cocktail, no mix. We're just sipping it.
Ooh.
You need a fan?
I do, actually.
We'll practice some of that.
So warm.
773-763-9278. So maybe I'm being naive. But it doesn't seem like it would be way easier to say, hey, listen, I'm going to go over there and talk to old boy and see if we can work something out, get along, so we can all stop shooting at each other. Am I being naive?
I think you are.
At this point, I think there is some level of naivete, yes.
And this is coming from
would be.
Yes, this is coming from a woman whose motto is changing the world one conversation at a time. I believe that. I believe that a real conversation can actually change. Mm-hmm. But the stuff that you're talking about, no, it's a wrap, I think.
Why, though?
Because nobody wants to have the conversation. Nobody cares that people die.
I listened to my presidential candidate, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I listened to him talking about the biggest risk. He described global warming as minuscule relative to the inability of people not to destroy themselves.
I agree.
He said, we'll probably kill ourselves before the planet kills us all.
Yeah. I would agree with that, too. Yeah.
So it's gotten insane, I think, having watched Israel bomb Iranian military leaders, and then Iran striking back, and then Israel shooting them back. They don't tell you how many people got killed. Undoubtedly, somebody got killed. And then okay, that's enough. That's cool. And, I've used the example before. If you're a grown person or not a grown person, and you got a bunch of third graders on a playground, and two of them start fighting, the adult in the room pulls them apart, and the first question you ask is, why are y'all fighting? Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I can answer that question in a way that makes sense, at least. I can say that, well, he shot us, or he hit me, or I could do that. And then to the manufactured consent piece, one person punches another person, and one side is saying, well, he punched me. And the other side is saying, yeah, he punched me in my fist with his face and trying to make that the problem. I was like, what are we doing? That's why Neil deGrasse Tyson should be president.
Well, that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen either because we're imbeciles.
And you know what?
Does he even want to be president?
It's also how these things are. It's like it's isolated. They did this and they retaliated to the retaliation for this 24-hour news cycle, or 48 if it spills over into that, right? And then that'll calm down and you'll forget. You won't forget, right? But they won't give you the backdrop of, if you remember back here, all these things happened that led up to this. Because, horrible as it was, what Hamas did, right? And they probably didn't even plan on it being as successful as it was, right? But they didn't just one day wake up and say, hey, guys, let's go do this, right? They've been planning that for a long time, right? And, they found their little training facilities and all that. But why have they been planning to do that for so long? Because they had grievances for a long time.
And we don't want to ask.
And we don't want to ask what led you to do this horrible thing, right? I mean, you got to pay the consequences for it. But because if we don't understand why it happened this time, we are surely going to see it happen again.
I don't know that they actually know the answer to that question.
Who's they? Oh, you say they don't know.
Hamas.
Oh, they know.
I think it's so diluted at this point that it's been generational and generational.
I don't know, because the way that the Palestinian people are subjugated in that region,
they know.
I think it's a daily occurrence for them.
Yes.
But where's the beginning of it, I guess, is the question.
It was the invasion by the Europeans to clear space for the Israelis to live there.
Right.
Okay.
In 1948, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for me, it's insane that these conversations are going on, and then again they get couched in all this active language that creates an emotion in all of us, that creates an us and them, and it's not really an us and them. It's just all people.
Right.
Yep.
And then people are being killed. Oftentimes, innocent people are being killed, and they just become numbers and casualties. And I'm like, for me, I'm willing to be naive, but if I were president, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, we're not going to keep shooting at each other. I'm going to go over there and talk to Putin. I'm going to go over there and talk to Kim Jong-un. I'm going to talk to all these crazy-ass people who are about this saber rattling. Let's see, can we work this out? Can we work this out? You can stay there and do whatever you want to do. But can we work this out? Because we don't need to be shooting at each other.
Right.
Maybe I'm being naive.
I think that some leaders you could do that with, but the Putins of the world, I don't think that they're wanting to entertain any kind of conversation like that.
See, that's the thing, though. So everybody seems to be motivated by money and resources.
Yeah.
And to the extent we could make it easier for people to have money and resources, I think they respond to that.
Yeah, but you have those people that are just like, they are mentally flawed. They don't understand the concept of, I have a bigger stick, so I get to take it all. Yeah, I mean, a concept other than that.
Yeah.
I got the big stick, so it's all mine. I don't care what you need or want. If you want it, get a bigger stick. Until then, it's mine. That's just how
Where's that come from? Where's that come from?
Just flawed people. They're just flawed, and I mean, some of them. I mean, you got some. It might have started in their childhood.
The problem is you've got people in the equation who participate in the same way who we don't consider to be flawed.
I understand.
Right? Because you got the U.S., they got military bases scattered all over Africa, and they do so they can control the resources.
That's exactly
gold
right.
and the materials they use to build car batteries and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But they couch it in this protecting democracy thing.
When it's really protecting capitalism.
Right.
Yes.
So the people that we characterize because of this manufactured consent, who are participating and doing the same exact thing, are considered the good guys and allowed to get away with it. Well, when the bad guys do the same thing that the good guys are doing, they're bad.
Right.
So the good guys now have to step up and say, we got to stop this.
Yeah.
Don't they?
They should.
Now I'm the crazy one, right? No, I'm the crazy.
No, this should. I just, I think about how much sense this makes, and it depresses me that as much sense as it makes, it just not going to be done.
Right.
Because, it's just not, because of where we are and who these people are that are left to make these decisions. And most of them are on somebody's corporate leadership payroll. They're called lobbyists.
So, as just mere regular people, what can we do?
Speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm a mere
I am
regular.
no mere man. I go into
Well, Eric isn't
phone booths
regular,
and
that's true.
change.
I mean, honestly, what can we do from our end? Is there something that we can do?
You gotta vote for getting the right people.
I want to be
in
a
there.
solution-oriented
I don't think that's it
person.
either. Solution-oriented. I am too. The problem is that you got populist problems, right? So we are today 3 people, and anybody else who happens to buy into the stupidity we're talking about today, right? So then, what do the 4 of us do? The 3 of us and that one person who agrees. I think that we should be about the business of recruiting the best of us to be political leaders.
Let's do that.
Because right now the career attracts the least of us.
It wasn't always that way, but it is now.
Are you sure? When's the last time we had a good politician?
Not to be... Well, I'm going to say
Good
Barack.
or great?
I'm going to say Barack
Okay,
Obama.
yeah, Barack, yeah.
Good or great? Because good or great? Because I think we've had some good ones, but I don't know if we've had great ones. Because great ones, you have to be able to check off a lot of boxes. Good, you can check off some boxes. You know what I mean? You said, when's the last time we had a good one? I think we've had some good ones. They may not have been great, right? But I think they've been good.
I think Governor Pritzker's a good one.
Yeah,
I think he's good.
Yeah, he's, man, I know him, so I know him to be a good dude.
Yeah.
He has to compromise like every other politician does.
That's politics. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will start there. I would say a good politician is one that actually would try to work with whoever it is they got to work with to get something done for the people. And they're just going to not say, well, I'm not going to work with you because you're of a different stripe.
Right.
They don't start from them. We got a whole bunch of people, in a certain party that their whole thing is, well, you're of a different stripe. And if my person does anything to advance a bill that, they agree with, and it's not ours, we're going to take your seat.
We touched on that a little bit last week when I said, I remember a time where you could split a ticket, right? You could vote if the Republican, since I'm a Democrat, if the Republican was somebody that served our community's needs, you would vote for him. Now, fast forward a decade, 2 decades, maybe 3, there's a clear divide, one or the other. There's no gray.
They're attempting to force you into their gang.
Yep.
Yes.
When we should be, like you said, advocating for what are our permanent interests, and whoever we feel can deliver those.
Right.
So the question is, am I being naive? Could a president stand up and say, we're going to wage peace, as it were? I'm going to travel the world speaking with other countries' leaders and talk about ways that we can assure the world's peace.
Yes, but I don't think it's this class. And when I say class, I mean, like graduating class. So this group that's been in for a very long time. I think it's got to be a new class of Congress people and people that go on from being a congressman to maybe becoming a senator and then, or governor or whatever. I just don't think, like the folks that have been in office for 20 or more years, I don't think it's any of them. I just don't.
I don't know that that's true. I don't know that I think that.
Pick somebody then.
It's my opinion. I don't think anybody that's been there.
Well, she's on the sauce. She can't pick nobody.
Yeah, I just think anybody that's been there for 20 years or more, I don't think any of them that stepped into the shoes of being the president could do that because they've got these entrenched ideas.
I agree with Michelle, though. A good example is, with some exceptions, Bernie Sanders.
He comes to mind.
Yeah, Bernie will say what's on his mind.
Yeah.
And he's got certain principles, and he just won't be crossed on those.
Yeah.
He's willing to negotiate some parts of what he believes in for the greater good.
Yeah.
And I understand that's the horse trading that is politics. But Bernie Sanders, you know where he stands, and he's going to make his point, and he don't really give a damn what you think.
Right.
It's true.
What was the other senator's name? Short hair, glasses, almost looked like a female Bernie Sanders. What was her name? And she was the one that she was really out front when it came to consumer protections. What's her name?
From Massachusetts.
She ran for president once or twice.
The school teacher woman. We know who you're talking about.
know.
Yeah. I cannot remember her name.
Yeah, she's gotten really quiet here recently.
Yes.
But yeah, she's one like that.
Yeah, she's like that. She does a lot of things that are, revolves around consumer protection, had some effect with, credit card debt and the fees and stuff. And, those are, so people talk about, things being expensive and whatever, but these are things that can hit people's pockets every day.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about what you said. If a person said peace, I want to talk about that when we come back.
Thank you for that. We got to get it while she's still.
Right. I got to write it down.
Yeah, write it down, please. Because in a minute, she's going to be like Otis, man. 773.
You're a horrible person. Judging McJudgerson. Judging McJudgerson.
I love it when she says that. I feel judged. I feel judged.
I feel judgment.
773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
This is Matt Fisher. You can find me at Mr_Funny87, Chicago. Stay straight, tripping booze, because we got more of the family meeting.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris has introduced a way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA, and SIPC Investment Advisor Services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
A 2016 study estimated that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft last year. Fight back against your identity being stolen by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID for as little as $6 per month. Yes, that's only $6 per month by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
Do you own a business in Illinois? Are you aware of the new retirement plan requirement that could impact your business? Listen up, this is crucial information you don't want to miss. If you're a business with at least 5 employees and have been operating for 2 years or more, Illinois law now mandates that you provide a retirement plan. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Polaris Wealth Management can be your professional partner in navigating this new landscape. We specialize in helping businesses just like yours establish affordable retirement plans that meet your needs and keep you compliant. You may avoid penalties as high as $500 per employee by acting now. Our team of seasoned professionals will guide you through the process step by step, making it easy for you to set up a 401k, a simple IRA, or another qualified retirement plan. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com for more information or shoot us an email at polarisadvice.com. We're here to help you provide your employees with the retirement benefits they deserve while safeguarding your business from potential fines. Don't let these changes catch you off guard. Contact Polaris Wealth Management today and let's work together to build a better retirement future for your employees and your business. Visit polarisadvice.com or email us at polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street are not affiliated.
Hey, this is Stephanie Miller. Be sure to tune in to my show Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 a.m. But right now, keep listening to The Family Meeting on Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT, AM and FM.
What y'all know about that kind of funk from Brick, man? Straight out of Atlanta, baby. You don't know nothing about Brick, man. What you know about Brick? You know, y'all know
I don't know
Brick.
anything about Brick,
but
it was good.
It's
good. It's good right now.
You used to skate to this song, man. This was the jam here.
You don't know nothing about that skating.
You don't know nothing about that skating.
You don't know.
You know anything about skate? Drunk ass Adrian.
I know everything about everything. I just don't remember.
Before you were even there was
probably. Right. 773-763-9278. They're out of Atlanta. You understand?
Okay.
I'm just saying. You know, nobody knows about Break, man.
Got it.
So yeah, maybe I'm being naive. I'm willing to be naive. I'm not that vain to not have you call me naive. I'm not. But doesn't it just feel like, whether you think it could happen or not, doesn't it feel like that's the easier route than just kill everybody and take everything?
It is the easier route. It is, absolutely.
So if we feel that way, then that means that we've elected politicians who've chosen the harder route.
I don't know that's what they're choosing, but I don't know if that's the reason why we picked them. We didn't pick them for that.
You know, it really is interesting because we've never elected a president that ran on a platform of peace.
That's my point.
Well, the closest we've come was Hope and Change, right? That was, I think that was
as close as we got.
That's the closest we've got.
Well, okay.
It's always just saber rattling. I'm going to go over and kill everybody and take everything.
But he didn't run on a platform of world peace. Hope and Change for us, right? He ran on Hope and Change domestically, which is great.
Well, but remember, before he became president, he was doing all of that stuff with the destabilization of nuclear bombs around the world.
I understand. And that's great because then all of us don't get incinerated. But you can still decimate a country and a population with conventional weapons. I mean, if you smart bombs, or they don't even have to be smart. They can be dumb as hell.
Bombs, yeah.
You just drop enough on the infrastructure so that people cannot run factories. They cannot produce.
Take out the electrical grid.
Take out the electrical grid.
You don't even need bombs. You could just use viruses.
Exactly.
And shut things down.
Yes.
So, but you're right though. We haven't had a president or a leader anywhere that says I'm going to wage peace.
We've not done that.
We're going to square all this so we don't incinerate each other.
Yeah. And I will say this: I think that if somebody actually did it, and meant it, that the people would be for it. I think we're all just tired of all this hate and anger and fighting for the most part. Some people thrive off of it, but I think most people would want peace and we would rally behind
wouldn't,
it.
And who would get the say about whether we did. The military-industrial complex.
Oh, there's that.
They would be like, no. We need our government contracts, and we need all the money to go into developing all this stuff. And you don't develop it if you don't plan on using it. So you at least got to test it somewhere.
Yeah.
The notion that it's a good idea to invent something that can kill multiple people. The Japanese prime minister, or whatever they call him, was in town in D.C. in the last couple of weeks. So imagine if another country came to the U.S. and killed 400,000 people.
Be a wrap, pretty much.
But
all out.
Could you see this country, with the way this country, the mentality this country has, saying, okay, we can be friends?
No.
Ever.
No.
But Japan, maybe under duress, has decided we boys now.
Yeah.
Now, never mind you killed several 100,000 of our people. Never mind that.
Yeah.
We boys now.
Well, how do you get peace, Eric, if someone doesn't decide we boys now?
Well, that's my example of how you wage peace. Is somebody says, okay, all right, that's enough.
Okay.
All this killing and stuff. Go ahead and nuance it for me.
Yeah, here's that other little piece, right? So yeah, we're allies now with Japan, but why? Because the enemy of your enemy is my friend. Yeah. You got China over there, right? Yeah. Who's trying to claim the South China Sea and all that stuff over there, Taiwan. And so, one of the things in the treaty with Japan is you can only have a military for self-defense. You can't have this armada of naval ships and all this stuff like you did that allowed you to come over and bomb Pearl Harbor and plunge us into World War II. You can't do that anymore. So anything outside of you protecting your islands, we're going to do that for you.
So the notion that this country would engage in war with China is asinine. 4 billion people versus 300 and something million people. We'll run out of people.
Bombs don't count.
That's right.
Bombs don't count the number of people.
Yeah, but if they just spread out.
But again,
they just got to spread out.
You don't have to kill the people. They'll die if you take out the infrastructure. Just bomb the
I'm just saying, man. Listen, okay, you take out the power grids and the ability to mechanize yourself. Now it's hand to hand. 4 billion people versus 300 million, or whatever remains of those two numbers.
Yeah, but they're not all combatants. Take a look at what's going on in Gaza.
They will be. They will be if you start taking off their stuff.
But how long can they go without food and water if the normal way for them to
How long can we go without food and water?
I'm agreed, because they have nuclear missiles too, right? So the same way that we could bomb their power grids.
Yeah, but when people start dying because they ain't got no food, who's going to run out of people first? Right, see?
Food, people are also food.
Oh!
That is the most horrible thing.
I'm saying that with a straight face, because
you're saying like you're familiar with it.
I'm saying that with a straight face
like you barbecued somebody, man.
Listen,
remember, we ain't going by his house.
We can't go eat.
No, maybe out there frying
cookout at his house.
Fingers for appetizers, man. No.
Take a look at allegations of what happens in North Korea when there are food shortages. This is today.
I don't want to take a look at that. Okay. What I want to say is you got 4 billion people versus 300 million people.
People are
food
food
run
too.
out of people first.
People are food too.
Okay, then they got more food than we got in that case. And they got 4 billion bits of food.
Okay, so they're going to starve us out by eating each other.
You said it, I didn't.
I'm asking the question.
I just don't even want to answer it. I mean, really?
The notion is terrible. Why is he here? Why is he even here?
Because we love him.
But no,
that's why don't nobody like you, man.
I do.
It's the short hair, right? No, it's the long hair. But that's...
Let me tell you something. Hair is overrated.
It is.
It really is.
That's why I cut all mine off. But see,
that's not all of it. There's some left. You forgot some.
Okay, I can get a razor and go Michael Jordan on you.
Forgot some, man.
But no, I'm actually trying to get to your point about how horrible war is, right? It can get down to the point where when you're starved for resources, you scavenge.
It's true.
You scavenge. And when you have to scavenge for food and all you see is tree bark and, dead grass, but you see somebody that's infirmed and they're close to death.
Come on, man.
No, this is what
I got the point that people eat people. I got that.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, you know the movie I'm talking about when I say Soylent Green, right?
Oh, absolutely. Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
But that's really, then that means
they were eating people.
Well, all that means is that they've got a bigger refrigerator than we have. That's all that means. Yeah. They got 4 billion people. Why would we engage in a fight with them? Why would we do that ever?
Ego gets in the way of everything.
It does. Well, see, here's the thing.
You're going to kill the whole earth by doing that.
Here's what's interesting. It was always terrifying the thought of going to war with Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Until they went to war with Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, here's the thing. It was a terrible idea. It was terrifying because by people who weren't sure if they were going to be the target. So they're not targeting people in Montana. Ain't enough people there to waste a bomb on.
Right. But I mean, I'm just talking war in the general sense because you don't just, say, hey, we're going to war and the first thing we're going to do is drop nuclear bombs. That's not right. You try to take territories.
We don't know that to be true. We've never had a war where people contemplated using nuclear weapons. Except this country.
Yeah, that's true. But if you talk, but again, whatever you plan on winning, you're not going to take anything because you've irradiated and you can't occupy the thing. That's what war is about. Gaining. You go to war to gain resources. Either defend your resources.
Making sense. You making sense now. That ain't going to help.
Right? You fight to preserve your resources or to take somebody's resources. Nuclear weapons, nobody can use it anymore. So what's the point of using it? We're all going to die.
But if that was the prevailing sentiment, then they would eliminate nuclear weapons.
Except that as soon as you say, okay, we're going to give up our nuclear weapons program, you get invaded by the United States or one of their proxies, and you end up on a pole somewhere.
That's a horrible thought, too.
It's a horrible thought, too.
Yeah, that's a horrible thought, too. But you're actually kind of making my point. All of it is stupid
and horrible.
Yeah.
And a person that, to your point, Michelle, if somebody stood up and said, I'm going to wage peace.
Yeah.
My candidacy is about waging peace so that we don't incinerate the entire damn earth.
Yeah.
I think people would go for it. I think people would be behind it and want that. I do.
Yeah. They should just run video streams behind that mission that's, that promotion of we're going to wage peace. We're going to wage peace because this is what we don't want to see. And you show stuff in Ukraine,
well, now he's a political
and in
consultant
Gaza, and in Africa, all the wars going on there, fighting over resources. People, we got to stop killing each other because this is not the flag waving patriotic. You fighting for your country. You might be, but a lot of people are dying for reasons they have no reason.
You ready for the news?
They don't know why they're dying.
Okay.
All right, y'all. 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
My name is Menotti Jenkins, www.valorem.law.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Sugar, when you're close to me, you love me right down to my knees.
Do you have a pain that won't cease? A health issue that's not getting better? It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
Box on a beat, and I bang.
This is Miss Lady B, La Boricua. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
This is Michelle Peltier, and here's more of what we are following on the Family Meeting. City council members on Friday approved $70 million in surplus spending that, with the assistance from the county and state, is expected to cover expenses through the end of the year to care for the influx of asylum seekers sent to Chicago from the southern U.S. border. By a vote of 30 to 18, council members backed the latest round of funding for a crisis that has highlighted racial divisions in the city, raising questions about committing money to new Latino arrivals without addressing decades of disinvestment in black neighborhoods on the south and west sides. Budget officials have said the $70 million will be drawn from the city's assigned fund balance from 2022, which was set aside in the event that additional resources were needed to support the new arrivals mission. Passover, one of the most sacred holidays in the Jewish community, begins before sundown on Monday. The holiday, which ends after nightfall on April 30th, commemorates the liberation of Jews from slavery in Egypt. The message of the holiday is one of freedom and liberation from both external power and internal struggles. A Seder is the centerpiece of the Passover celebration. A Seder includes reading from the Haggadah, which tells the story of the Jews' exodus from Egypt, prayers, eating special foods, and sometimes singing. The abrupt resignation of a Dallas pastor after less than 3 months as head of the Rainbow Push Coalition underscores how daunting a task it'll be for anyone to carry the mantle of the Reverend Jesse Jackson, longtime confidant of the civil rights standard bearer, told the Sun-Times. It's still not clear why the Reverend...
You should go do that. You go to churches like that. You can go do that, man. Huh?
I probably could, actually. It's still not clear why the Reverend Frederick Haynes III suddenly resigned on Tuesday. As president of the legendary Southside Social Justice Organization, whose reach, thanks to Jackson, has extended worldwide for decades. But former Rainbow Push insiders and longtime allies of the coalition agreed Haynes' short-lived appointment was hamstrung from the beginning by a split commitment with his Texas megachurch, and it raises more questions about the future of the organization. I remain committed to honoring the rich history of the RPC and the legacy of its esteemed leader, the incomparable Reverend Jesse Jackson.
You start calling it by acronyms.
Said Reverend Haynes.
Ain't the RBC now.
It's the RBC. Please visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. You can subscribe and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, and everything else. Also, subscribe and follow our YouTube channel to view us live and receive reminders when we are on the air. I'm Michelle Peltier. We'll be right back.
Big dummy.
You're not saying that about me.
WCPT Willow Springs is powered by the ComEd Energy Efficiency Program, partnering with your business to save money and energy.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. As you know, we created a Patreon family meeting subscription and membership page to include you great listeners in our effort and give you a chance to very economically promote your business, organization, or local event. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to get your message out and support the family meeting as a viable voice. We know you appreciate our permanent interest dialogue, get up and dance playlist, and our great guests who stop by. So become a cousin and go to our website, tfmradioshow.com, and click the link.
This is Rodney Harrington. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
773-763-9278. The room has gotten jovial. It's gotten quite jovial in here. Indeed. Sorry y'all missing this. Michelle's in here with drunk ass Adrian drinking something with an X on the bottle. That's Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies mix, ain't it?
No.
Yeah, it is, man.
We'd be on fire.
Y'all gonna be out here taking a dip in the cement pond in a minute.
That's right.
773-763-9278. Yes, a politician that says I'm going to wage peace. That would be refreshing. Wouldn't that be refreshing?
I would love it.
I'm gonna figure this out so we can stop all this fighting. Right? They do it in the cities all the time. They're trying to get gangs to stop fighting. They engage in that kind of behavior all the time. Now, whether they're successful or not is a different story, but the effort is there. We don't get that. We don't seem to get that kind of effort.
Yeah.
At
If you
the
don't make
political
the
level.
effort, nothing's going to ever happen. So you have to at least make the effort.
Yeah, it's like, don't mess with this or we're going to blow you up.
And I suspect, to your point, Adrian, it's got something to do with money. It's the military-industrial complex is shoving money in their pockets. So let's keep on fighting.
There's money and more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the biggest line item in the government's budget, I think.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. All right, let me see what's on my man Earl's mind, shan't we? Earl, talk to me, man.
Hello, Earl.
Hey, guys. Interesting conversation. And, Eric, you know I like to tease you every now and then, and you go along with the program, so I appreciate it. But I'm going to try to be a little serious today.
Okay.
I think the woman that you might have been looking for was Elizabeth Warren earlier in the program when you talked about Bernie Sanders. Did
You're right.
you get to Elizabeth Warren?
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
And when you were talking about Israel attacking somebody and blew up the generals and stuff, that was not in Syria. That was in Iran. They blew up a consulate in Iran where
No. I think that the initial Israel bombing was in Syria. The second.
What's initial? You know, let's be honest. They've been fighting for ever since we put Israel in that area. There's plenty of bad blood on all sides of the equation, and so that's what I'm getting at. And this last round of stuff jumped off was because of Israel bombing the consulate in Iran. Responded with about 300 attacks on drone attacks on Israelis. That most of them got shot down by the Iron Dome thing that America installed. But to be serious, man, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I think you guys are being a little bit overly attacking white people from the standpoint that we had wars before white people started conquering the continents. Indigenous people fought each other over resources. We had kings who wanted more power, more land, and resources, so they would try to conquer their neighbors. And so before we went into the Middle East, there were tribal disputes throughout history. They were fighting each other because you had the Persians, you had the Arabs, and historically speaking, even before the white man got there, they were killing each other and fighting over resources. And that's nothing but going to get worse because the resources have to go to more and more people because the planet has more and more people with less and less resources because we're eating up the resources that are limited on this planet. And so, in other words, the outlook possibly is that confrontations are just going to have to be done because somebody is not going to be happy with what they have because they're going to feel the need that you are taking more of a piece of the pie than I have, and I got more need than you, so I'm going to want more than what you've given me. And a good example of that, let's say the Mississippi River, if I could do this. Mississippi River starts in Minnesota, all right? And let's say I could build a dam big enough to combine all the water that is coming down the Mississippi in Minnesota and everybody downstream doesn't get any water. Those people are not going to be satisfied with me hogging that natural resource. And then the other thing is that we have people like the Koch brothers, Elon Musk. They have a vision of the world. Their vision of the world is to take as big a bite of the apple as I humanly can. And so that means that they're going to
hold on now.
Garner resources. Huh? Hello?
Yeah, can I make a correct? First, I want to just stop you for a moment because, being lighthearted about this, you mentioned Elon Musk and the other gentleman. So
the Koch brothers.
Yeah, now you're being hard on white guys right now. You're being hard on white guys.
You know they're having a hard time in life now.
Right. I am being hard on white guys.
Now, hold on. Now, the other thing is, so I mentioned, when we were talking about this, I mentioned Ukraine and what's going on in Israel, and I also mentioned Africa. Well, nobody said anything about it's just white people doing this. So I just got to push back on that, right? So those are where the conflicts are happening. But I mentioned Ukraine and Russia because there's a conflict there. I mentioned Gaza and Israel because the conflict is going on there. Now, I try to have some folks tell you that Palestinians are white folks. I think you can argue that they're not.
The other thing I would push back on, Earl, just slightly is what you described. Okay. I think is contrary to human nature. I mean, first off, human nature is to survive, is to live. That's the first thing. But second thing is we know from several studies that people who are properly resourced aren't inclined to fight.
Yes.
Right. So the goal in waging peace would be to make sure that everybody's properly resourced. And so, yeah, we will have disagreements. You have disagreements in your family. But we didn't have, when you talked about the skirmishes in Africa and the killing before the colonizers got there, they didn't have the ability to incinerate the whole damn country. That's a difference, too.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but still, what I'm saying is I'm going to disagree with you both again, only from the standpoint that I don't think you remembering the conversation as you spoke it, because you spoke that all these large nations were sucking the resources out of Africa, which meant white people, which I'm saying America is basically mostly white people right now, using their influence in Africa. White people using their influence in South America. White people using their influence in Central America. So,
admittedly,
hard on some white people.
In history, they are the biggest culprits. We can't argue with that.
Well, because.
But we didn't make that point on this show.
Let me just say this, then I'll jump on it, because we're not going to agree on this, because we have two different outlooks. And I'm not just being contrary to be contrary. I'm saying that if they had had the ability to destroy the planet 400 years ago, we would have still had the same problem. People would have wanted to use their influence and military might to suck up as much resources that they could and garnish as much wealth as they could, because you had entities, you have individuals who wanted to control and dominate resources and power and money.
Earl,
and they look forward to that.
I think the history says otherwise. I think the history tells us that you have people who've gone in to take resources when they feared they may be cut off from the resources. This country orchestrated the murder of Patrice Lumumba because he was taking the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo.
I'm not denying that. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm not denying that we orchestrate bad things.
Well, no, but it's more than that, though. It's more than that. It's not just that this country or others orchestrate bad things. It's that they do so when they feel like their ability to get to resources will be cut off. if we properly resource everybody, and they know that everybody's going to share.
You are not going to be able to properly resource somebody because in a family like China, they have 3 billion people. They don't want a lion's share of the resources because they have 3 billion people. We have 300.5 million people in the United States. We are not going to be satisfied. I'm talking about the people with the power, the money, the ability to control the armed forces and things like that.
Well,
They're not going to be satisfied with the size of resources that would be allocated to America that China would be happy with, or Europe might be happy with, or Brazil.
So Earl, you're saying
you're not getting what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
are you saying we can't agree on what peace looks like? Is that what?
No, we can agree on what peace looks like, but we can't agree that people are not going to want to be greedy.
But that's not agreeing.
That's kind of the point, though. That's part of the process.
There are going to be people who are going to disagree because they won't agree. They're greedy.
Well, yeah, we'll always have disagreements. You're right. They'll always have disagreements, but that's kind of the point, isn't it? Is to figure out a way to deal with the conflict that presents itself without incinerating the whole earth.
As long as they have weapons, and they control the weapons, and they control the mechanism of weapon building and building armies, they're going to go after the power. Not everybody is, but you're going to have enough of them doing it.
You think we're doomed to incinerate the whole earth then? That's what you think, right?
I don't know if we're going to incinerate the whole earth. I don't know, but I can't say that. I'm not saying that we have a crystal ball, but I'm saying there is a level. I hate to use your terminology because I'm not trying to be critical, and I'm not trying to be, teasing you like I normally do. But there is a flaw in human beings where some people believe that if they have divine right, if they have the power to take resources, they have the divine right to do it.
Okay. I can take that point.
They're going to be.
Yeah. I can take that point. I can take that point. Which I think the way I take what you're saying is it's going to be hard as hell to do something like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Yeah. I got you. I'm with you. You're still crazy, though. You know that, right? You're still crazy.
Oh. Yeah. Well, okay. As long as I'm still old too. I'm an old dude.
Okay, old and crazy. Quite a combination. Quite a combination.
It goes hand in hand.
I just don't like mischaracterization.
Thanks, Errol. Appreciate it, man.
All right, guys.
Okay, man.
All right. Bye-bye.
All he's saying is it's going to be hard as hell.
Yeah.
I'd argue probably not even possible.
We didn't say it was all white people doing it.
We didn't say that.
No, we didn't say that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can see how he interpreted it that way, but he's crazy, though.
Well, maybe because that's in his mind what he sees, right, as being the culprit, that when we because I said, if you got the biggest stick, you're going to take it. And you're going to say the resources are mine until you get a bigger stick. I didn't say it was a white dude with a big stick.
That's the thing, though. You're only inclined to pick up a stick if you're not properly resourced, right? And we can look at that in communities all around the country.
Yes.
The communities that are properly resourced, they ain't shooting at each other and fighting.
Right.
They got all the resources. The communities that don't have resources.
Right.
So that's human nature.
Right.
If you properly resource them, they act a different way.
Yes.
Right. I said act. You hear that? I didn't put the T on there. See that? See how I did that? Just saying.
It's pretty impressive.
But see, because he has a college education, he knows the difference.
Yes.
Yeah, I catch myself when I do it. How you acting? I'm saying, man.
Don't act like that.
Whatever. Thanks for that, Earl. Appreciate that, man. You're still crazy. So maybe I'm being naive. It's probably a naive notion to think that someone could wage peace. But I think it's admirable for a person that would get up and say that. A person with Bernie Sanders' demeanor is the kind of person, not him necessarily, but somebody like him could stand up and do something like that. We need to stop all this fighting and shooting and stuff.
Yeah. I think they could say it. I just don't think they'd be supported because there's so much money in war.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that the groundswell of everyday people would change that. The people up here, the rich people, they don't care.
Yeah.
But those of us who are living in amongst the mess and all that.
If we could make it
want
profitable to wage peace, they would go for it all the way, though.
It can't always be about money.
It is, though.
I know.
Unfortunately. Okay, y'all. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Kathy Gwynester, please do mylaundry.com and the Laundry Bag Incorporated. Keep listening to the family meeting.
Calling all valued members of the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA. Your future retirement goals can be achieved. Introducing the AVMA Retirement Plan, tailored to meet the distinct needs of veterinarians with streamlined administration and reduced burdens. Vets enjoy unrivaled benefits that include service provider oversight, knowledgeable expert investment guidance, and delegated fiduciary services. Veterinarians who use this plan can say goodbye to annual retirement plan audits and annual retirement plan tax reporting. Veterinarians, you can enjoy retirement your way with customizable plans to suit your practice's unique structure. From eligibility to vesting schedules and more, elevate your retirement journey with AVMA's specialized plan. Learn more by sending an email to polaris@polarisadvice.com. Secure your veterinary legacy starting today. Email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through LineStreet Financial, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management, LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and LineStreet are not affiliated.
Polaris is introducing a way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA, SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
Hey Chicago, are you always on the go? Take the new Shy 311 app with you to find the information that you need, submit non-emergency city service requests, and much more. Download the new Shy 311 app, built with Chicagoans for Chicagoans. That's Shy 311 on the App Store or Google Play, or check it out online at 311.chicago.gov. Stay informed with Shy 311. It's your gateway to Chicago services.
This is Paul Mark Wallace, president of InSync Consulting Services. Our website is www.insynccs.com. Welcome back to the family meeting.
So I feel kind of like I've been drinking today because the whole notion of waging peace seems like it's just a faux, faux. Why would you say something like that? You know that ain't possible.
I believe it could be.
Michelle's so positive, isn't she? So positive.
We are the world.
You
she's gonna sing that song.
You have to admire that about her.
Yeah.
You have to admire that about her. You do.
If we are not positive, really, what's the point?
I don't know.
Of any of it.
That's a little nugget. That's a little nugget today. How about that? You got a million of them today, don't you?
Hey, I'm positive it ain't gonna work.
Oh, that's not
How's
good,
that?
Adrian. No.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, it'd be nice, though, to not have to worry about being incinerated, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody got a harebrained idea.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what's on Pat's mind, shan't we? Hey, Pat, what's up?
Hi, Pat.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Why? You said, oh, my goodness. What happened? Did something happen? What happened?
Nothing at all. I was just listening to it and listening to Earl. I agree with everything he said. He's a very learned man. I think you two young men, listen to me, I think you two young men are naive. I love you, and you have a wish list, but that's what it is. Elizabeth Warren as a president, she's knowledgeable. I think she's just good working in the behind someone who is the president, as she is right now. Smart woman, love her. Bernie Sanders, I didn't vote for him last time. I would never vote for him for president. Good ideas, wonderful ideas, and so he should infuse those. Mm-hmm. But as far as going to Kim Jong-il and saying, gee, can't we just get along, won't work.
I agree.
None of those authoritarian leaders will accept you coming in saying, gee, let's just have a handshake and get along. He'll let Dennis Rodman come there, but Dennis has no power, okay? But if, in fact, you are coming with the full strength of the United States behind you, you can't walk up to someone and say, gee, let's just get along. They won't accept it because they will assume that you are trying to conquer them, which they are.
So, I mean,
what do you think about that?
Well, first off, I think I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I think what you said is actually unknowable. You don't know what he would say.
Okay.
But I don't
only
either.
Go by
I don't either.
Language, but by him popping with rockets up in the air and getting close to the United States and say, see, this is how far we can go. We can hit you if we want to.
Yeah, but so that happens all the time. The saber rattling and stuff. I agree, but we don't have any idea how any of these people would respond to an effort to wage peace. We suspect some things based on past behavior, and that's a good indicator of how they will behave, but we don't know.
Talking on the phone, man. What I'd like, I agree with that, but the thing about that is, in that brand of diplomacy, shall we say, can work to a degree, but I think it's already here in the form of summits and the G7 or 8. They can get together and talk about a whole lot of things together. It's already,
You think they're talking about waging peace?
Who says that they are not?
Who says that they are? Keep trying. See how that works?
There you go. That's right. It works both ways.
Right.
Yes. But that's the time.
I don't think that they're talking about waging peace.
No, I don't either.
This is.
What do you think they're talking about? How much you want? How much you think you're going to take?
Yep.
And how much I'm not going to let you?
Yep.
Okay, but that's the way of the world. That is the way of the world, and
So
we
we're
have to
doomed.
accept that.
So
I
we
don't
are
wanna
doomed.
get-
We are doomed then. Yeah.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So you think we're doomed?
No, I don't think we're doomed. I just think, and I don't like to use the word game. I'll put it in quotes because life is not a game. But that is the way it is played. Who is going to come up with a better, please do come up with a better way to approach it.
I
People are
did.
trying
Didn't we do
all
that?
along.
Didn't we do that? Didn't we say, I'm going to wage peace? Isn't that a better way?
Yeah, but those are words. How do you do that?
See, exactly. And that the whole time when we talk about these summits and what are they talking about, and there's this saying that everybody's heard, talk is cheap. So you can do the handshake and say, let's all be friends and whatever. What do you do after the handshake? What do you do to show that person, listen, we've said some wild things, some things that have you on edge, some things that make you fear us. We want to remove all of those, the fear. What do we need to do? You can't just say, oh yeah, we're good now.
That's
and then
why they have those accords, sir. That's why they have those things like, okay, no more nuclear weapons. We are stopping right now.
Well,
We're not building.
Yes.
They're doing those things.
Yes, that's one part of it. But then what else? Because just because I'm not going to build any more nukes, or I'm not going to, I'm going to say I will never use my nukes first, and I'm not going to build any more, doesn't mean that I won't still invade your country.
In a different way,
In a different way. So I'm going to invade your country with peace. What resources do your people need? How can we help your government?
Right now, my church, well, when I go, has a sister church in, let's just say, South Africa. Well, we're not against them, but nevertheless, let's just say that, has a sister church in South Africa. And through religion and through people going over there and, holding hands together and finding common ground, you can do it that way. But I don't think you can do it in the government diplomatic way, not in that way. Not like that. Not waging peace.
If you can have,
peace,
I disagree. If you can have billion-dollar budgets, right? Or just like this aid package, the aid package that just got approved for Ukraine and Israel was a package for war. It was for war, to wage war. What about a package? At the same time that we were going to say, oh, yeah, we're going to drop some rice and some grain over in Gaza to help starving people, we were at the same time saying we need to put a budget forth so that Israel has more bombs to drop on them.
Well, that's true, too. But we have to understand the world order of things as it is right now. Not the way
we're trying to get past that. We understand that, but we're trying to get past that.
We're going to get blown off the face of the earth. The United States is like surrounded by, we have space. We are a standalone, okay? And from what I understood in my history, or that I learned, was that over there in Israel, we have stockpiles. And Israel is our barrier against some of the other Middle Eastern countries that...
Stockpiles of what? Stockpiles of what?
Ammunition.
No.
Or munitions, as they say.
No, they're getting stuff from us. We don't need what Israel has.
Sure, we give the Israel the money, but at the same time, they have stockpiles of munitions of ours.
But that's not to defend us. That's not to defend us, right? Because
it is. It's just like you.
Well, they kind of are a proxy in the region.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, we give them that stuff so that they don't fall, so that they continue to be, there to gather intelligence and be a footprint for us in the Middle East.
But Pat, I think what you're saying is true, Pat. I just think that an effort to wage peace is an effort to counterbalance that.
I think that I hear you, and I know you have a good heart, and your compadre does as well. I just don't think it can be done that way. And picking a president and says, gee, I'm going to wage peace, that person probably won't get out of the primary.
Well, so, Pat, let me ask you this. Do you think it's even possible to even entertain it? Peace?
You had said something about President Obama.
Yeah.
I think he was the closest thing in my lifetime of a person or a president who wanted to see if we could all get along.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think that let's say this out loud. I'll say it for you because I'm a guest. You're on the airwaves. You want Trump? Okay. Folks who are listening, Trump's not going to do that. He says, oh, I can get along with Putin. He's my friend. We'll all be speaking Russian in the next 3 years, okay? Because he will give the house away. Yeah, he says, I can speak.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I think he's been an asset. I think he's been a Russian asset for years.
For years, before he ran for president.
Right. Let's be careful for these people that don't listen to the news and don't follow it, who think that just because Trump walks across the stage like Big Bird, that he's like
with a load.
Power.
Big Bird.
Or that rooster. I say.
Oh, there she goes with the rooster.
Yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn.
Is that your best Foghorn Leghorn impression there?
Well, I say.
I'm sorry.
Pat, thank you so much.
He says, you're solving world problems again, are you, Pat?
Did you tell him yes?
Yeah, I did.
Tell him you're on the phone and stop talking in the background.
That's right. I enjoy you. I enjoy you very much. And thank you very much. I don't want to take up your time.
Hit him with a shoe the next time he interrupts you. Just
Thanks,
throw a
Pat.
shoe the next time.
Thanks, Pat. Take care. Yeah, that's Pat. Pat's got an opinion. Everybody's got an opinion.
We like Pat.
It's not very hopeful though.
No, it's not.
I'm not feeling real positive about it.
No, it's kind of dark. Dark.
You can't just say, okay, like she keeps saying, oh, okay, we're all just going to be friends now. No, it's in the work.
It's a process.
It's in the work.
Right?
Right.
It's
a platform means you actually have bullet items and lists of things you're going to do to try to promote peace.
And honor them for heaven's sake.
And honor them.
Right.
That's what it's about. Now,
I mean,
will anyone do that? I don't know.
If you go back to the origin of this country, had those people come here and talk to the Native Americans and say, listen, there's plenty for all of us. Let's see if we can work together.
Yeah.
And they would have.
Yeah.
They would have.
They absolutely would have.
Right. Instead, we're just going to kill all y'all and steal everything.
Because they thought that the earth didn't belong to anybody. It was for everybody.
Owning land was a crazy notion to them.
Yeah. It was a crazy notion.
Yeah. That didn't make any.
Yeah.
Let me get Roosevelt in here. My man, Roosevelt. What's up, man?
Hi, Roosevelt.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
My man, Roosevelt.
I wanted to change the subject and go back to the music you played, the bumper music. You made me think of Lenny White. Where does he stand on your drummers? Because I consider him one of the best drummers.
Listen, man, there's an army of musicians that came along with Lenny White, including Tom Brown and the guy who did Hobble Gobble Trippin', who's a pianist, who died recently. And they're all from New York and the Queens area. That was a brilliant time for those musicians at that time in New York. Lenny White is up there. I think the only one probably better than him, watch this, Morris Day.
What?
Really?
Morris Day was originally a drummer.
He just died, didn't he? When a fire guy.
Oh, he didn't die.
No, Morris Day didn't die. Prince died, but Morris. In fact, today's the anniversary of Prince's death.
8 years.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the lead singer for Earth, Wind and Fire.
Oh yeah. Maurice White was a drummer too.
Maurice, I got him confused. Maurice is Morris. I was thinking Maurice, but didn't the drummer for Earth, Wind and Fire just
was Larry Blackman from Cameo. He was a drummer.
Yeah, but I've seen Lenny White twice, and I don't know if you know it or not, but I still am. I was into fusion back then. That time period you're talking about, Lenny White's time period, pre-29. And I've seen him twice. What about Billy Cobham?
Yeah.
Who?
Billy Cobham.
I don't know that. I think was he a jazz drummer?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Lenny
what
White was too, though. Lenny White was a jazz drummer too.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I've seen him twice with Return to Forever. Chick Corea on keyboards.
So now you name dropping. Now you name dropping, man. That's how you rolling today.
You've been drinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You've been drinking.
You name dropping, man.
Drinking.
Hey, Stanley Clark on bass. Stanley Clark, Lenny White, Al Di Meola on guitar, and Chick Corea on keyboard. He just died not too long ago. The master, Chick Corea. Then he learned from all these guys as disciples of the trumpet guy. Oh, God, now I forgot his name.
Tom Brown? Tom Brown?
No. Miles.
Oh, Miles Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these guys worshipped Miles. Santana worshipped Miles. Coltrane. You know, I'm talking about Santana now. But these guys, some of them played for and with Miles.
Yeah, a lot of them did. A lot of them did. You're right.
And and Bitches Brew and all that stuff. So it's all derived from Miles.
Yep. And Miles was a big influencer. You're right. He was, before there was social media, he was an influencer. Still is. Yeah. All right, what else you got, man? What else you got?
That's it, guys. So it's nice going down memory lane and thinking in my days of the early 70s when I seen these guys, when they were in their, pinnacle.
Okay.
They were
I agree with you. Lenny White,
innovators of fusion.
I agree with you. Lenny White in 29 and that whole era with Bernard Wright and Tom Brown, all those guys were great.
One more thing I'm going to say. I got Lenny White teaching how to play drums. I think it's on YouTube. I seen that last year. And the guy was so young when he first started. Mm-hmm. I think he was 20 or 19. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in high school still when he started.
We're back to drums now.
Yeah.
See, man, I guess we got drunk people here, man. You can't go on like this, man. We got drunk people around. You can't do that, man.
Drums, went to guitars, went to trumpets.
See, they start seeing and hearing things. They can't do this,
Hey,
man.
Phil Collins was a drummer too, you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
I appreciate you playing 29, man. That's all I got to say. So,
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Roosevelt. Be well, man.
Roosevelt.
Be well. My man. Oh, golf outing thing. Yeah. Okay, so August the 2nd, mark your calendar. Mark your calendar is a golf outing. We're hosting a golf outing. You get a chance to hang out with us. Mm-hmm. You get the chance to watch Michelle drive a golf cart into the lake. How would that be?
Compliments of drunken
How
ass
would that be? She can't wait to get behind the wheel of a cart and drive it into the lake. I'm trying to tell you, man, you want to be there August the 2nd. Mark your calendars. Check our social media. There's invitations
not what I want to be known
for you to register on for our golf outing.
Stella doesn't
And it's
know.
in southern Wisconsin, by the way, too. So it's out in the middle of nowhere. Trump country, probably. But you should come up there anyway, because we're going to be hanging out, pissing all of them off. Let me tell you something. Last year in the outing, when there were houses that lined the outing, and there was a big flag or sign on the back of someone's house that said, Biden.
Oh, what?
For everybody playing golf to see. So we're in a great area to piss off a whole bunch of those imbeciles. So you want to be there just for that.
And if you want to sponsor or give a donation, you can go to our website.
Go to our website. Go there too. Yeah,
yes.
Do that. Yeah, you should do that. You should, because Michelle said so, and because you get a chance to watch Michelle drive a cart into the lake.
Stella doesn't know yet that I said you can drive in the cart with her.
Stella will be in the cart with her. Can she swim?
We're going to be together.
I can either confirm or deny.
Okay.
Can Tiffany be in the car with us, in the cart with us?
If you like, as long as I'm not in the cart with you.
I'm going to have to put a life vest on Stella now.
And all the girls, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
And a bottle of bamboo. And a bottle of bamboo.
Yeah, that's what it would be like.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Go ahead, take it to the cosmos. Going down 106, officially passing that ball. Oh, man, don't do it to me.
This is Kamal Murray. Check us out at www.excesstennis.org. Keep listening to the family meeting.
Your Betty Boop and the alley-oop was jumping up and down. Said Betty Boop, the alley-oop, don't hit me in my song the other night. And I seen Jet, man. Ready to some kid Jet, man. What's up with Jet? Hey, man, he grabbed the street line, the tail ball, and spit it around.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
we do.
A single K plan is a 401k plan designed especially for business owners and immediate family, regardless if they are incorporated or not. Single Ks offer both employer and employee contributions, and in many cases have no setup fee or annual plan administrative charges. Single Ks are simple to administer with no government reporting required. Most importantly, this plan allows employees to access their savings via hardship withdrawals or loans. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com or call us about your business or organization's retirement plan at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Polaris provides empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA, and SIPC Investment Advisor Services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
Just the other day, my man mentioned your name and asked me what was up with you. What's going on, girl? And I never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd be bumping into you. Like this, like this. You're still glowing like a ray of light. Yeah. Got a little thicker in your hips and thighs. I must say you look fine, so fine. Maybe someday we'll share some time. That's if you don't mind.
This is Oliver Gibson. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah, so we got people dancing. Yeah. Inspiring the dance moves here today, apparently. How about that, y'all? How about that? Yeah, so I tell you what I do feel. It ain't naive. I feel empowered. Right? Because it feels like it's just a good idea. And I don't really care what y'all think.
It is a good idea.
I think so, man. I mean, you know, you got to do something different if you want to get something different.
Yeah.
Can we thank our YouTubers today? Hi, you guys. For
Hi,
being
YouTubers.
there.
YouTubers.
YouTubers.
How do you feel about being called a YouTuber?
YouTuber.
How do you feel about that? You know, I was actually inspired by music. We were talking about the cart thing earlier, about Michelle driving the cart around. I was just thinking about this.
I feel judgment. I am not Benny Hill. How dare you?
That brings back so many messed up memories.
Let me tell you something, man. You come on out to this golf outing, man, and you will hear this music in your mind's eye.
I'll be driving just like he did.
Oh, my God. Oh. 15 people running in behind her. Her going in and out of sand traps.
Yep. Just like that, huh?
With Stella.
Just like that.
Oh, my God.
Is Stella listening still?
She's going to be the designated drunk driver.
Tell Stella, get ready.
Oh, Eric, you are just so. I'm just done with you. No, he didn't pull that out of that.
Yes.
I know, I'm judging McJudgerson over there.
This alone should inspire you to register for this golf outing. Not to mention, it's for a good cause. We're giving out scholarship dollars to high school students. But the added value is you get to watch Michelle.
I'm so done. Just done with you. Put a fork in me. I'm done. I'm out.
Oh my God. What are you gonna do, man?
I feel so much judgment.
What are you gonna do, man?
Oh, you broke out yakety sax.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, huh?
That's so messed up.
What are you gonna do?
That's so messed up.
And I wasn't ready.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a reason to come to the golf outing right there.
Oh, my God.
I'll make sure to bring that music.
You don't. No.
I'll bring that music and hook it up to Michelle's cart.
Wow. Just the whole time driving through the course.
That will encourage me to drive.
Well, listen, I don't play golf often because I don't like golf. But when I do, I bring my music with me.
Of course.
So I got the ghetto cart, man. I'm bouncing, man. I'm playing the playlist. I got to entertain myself somehow, man.
Switches on his golf cart.
I'm telling you, man.
His cart is bouncing on the course. He got switches.
They be spinning.
Golf bores me to death, man. So,
but it's for a good cause.
for a good cause, scholarship money, and you get to watch Michelle.
Nobody wants to do that.
Yes, they do. They do, actually. Hey, man, let's see what's on Tom's mind, shall we?
Yes.
Yo, Tom, what's up, man?
Hi, Tommy.
Well, a pleasant afternoon to all of you guys in the studio, and especially to those in the listening audience. I would simply like to apologize to everybody because, reality can throw you some curveballs. And when you experience something that you have never experienced before, you need to have people in your life like Eric. You need to have people in your life like this show. You need to understand something, people. An attempt to take over of the federal government has happened. Everything that you think could not happen has happened. It's not about names. It's an interesting thing how we have lived our realities of blacks and whites, and supposedly the blacks rising up to go and take revenge on the whites, and to find ourselves where we are now, where both black and white women have their rights taken away from them. It is amazing that as we look around our country right now, that we're walking around and we're laughing. I worked for Levy Restaurant. I worked at the golf thing. I'm just a scrappy kid from Chicago. I didn't ask to get to the positions of knowing Al Sharpton or Donald Parson or being in the position that I would be in where I would have lived through the tyranny of the bombing of the Birmingham girls and the assassinations of people and the rights of people being squandered, and then having the initiative to go into my history and see that the founding of this country and where we're at and where we are now, America has been infiltrated. And now the question is for Americans, what is it that you believe in? Do you believe in democracy? Or do you believe in the ability of an individual to go out and shoot 60 times in broad daylight, kill the mother and the father, and a baby survives to once again grow up as another troubled youth to ask what happened to their mother and father? And all of this is happening because the community of good people who live in America have decided the thing to do is to do nothing. These people, these degenerates, are not going anywhere. They are here. They are not disappearing. They do not have cloaking device. They are going somewhere. And for the love of God, here's a solution as I close. This ought to be a moment of silence for that officer that lost his life. For all of the officers who wake up in the morning and strap on weapons to go out and serve and protect. Yes, there are good ones and there are bad ones. Because if it was not for a negative charge, your positive car could not take you anywhere. And if it was not for the old car you drive, you would never have the new one. So stop this nonsense about Joe Biden and understand the reality. If the Republicans had any type of reality, we could then decide, but it's not. And this used to be a country where we were both fiscal and conservative. And at the end, we fought it out and we said, okay, we're going to go through it and God bless America. Now, the president ain't nothing but window dressing. The Senate and Congress is absolutely split. What is it you believe in, people? Because as this summer goes on, as I close, there's no place safe. That's not a spirit of fear. And I'm going to tell you what a soldier said. The greatest fighting force on the world. The Vietnam veterans walk around in this country with their heads in shame. If you want to know why, go to the National Archives and hear it for yourself. Hear the people who recorded this stuff tell you why they are in shame and why this country owes a debt to these people. And then stop this nonsense, because the day is going to come, people, when you're going to choose. Do you believe in democracy or do you believe in this insanity? And if you do that, then you better start understanding that it'll be somebody that looks just like you.
That's our contribution to your community safety. We let Tommy get it out here so he's not in your neighborhood throwing bricks. Thanks for that, Tom. Naivete, is that the word of the day?
For you, is it.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. I mean,
It's not a bad thing.
I'm a grown man. I can take that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's where I fell out of the spelling bee. I fell out of the spelling bee on that word, and in my head, I heard that music.
Both of
I was trying to spell naivete, and all I could hear was Benny Hill.
Judge McJudgersons, both of you.
You the one said you want to drive a cart.
I do want to drive
see, listen, the dirty little secret here is Michelle don't drive.
No, you didn't just.
I mean, what's that like? I didn't tell him that you got a mole on your booty. So I didn't say that. I wouldn't even know that. I just told him you don't drive. You don't drive. Do you drive?
I don't drive.
Okay,
now,
that's what I'm saying.
No, but you're acting like I've never driven. I have.
I didn't act like that. I said you don't
that's
drive.
the way I internalized it.
You've been drinking too. She's been drinking.
I drive. I know how to drive. I know how to drive.
I'm sure you do.
See, this is an awesome ploy. This is an awesome. I don't drive. It's not that I can't. I don't. So feed me all the alcohol I want.
It's Adrian.
I wish I thought about this 10 years ago.
Oh no, so I can drive off into the lake.
There's so many.
So I can drive off into the lake.
There's so many more events I could have had. All the alcohol I wanted.
I feel judgment.
I could have had so much more alcohol and so many more events if I'd just taken her position. I can drive, but I don't. Therefore, feed me all the alcohol I want.
Look, I live in an area of the city where I could walk everywhere. So I never needed a car after I moved here.
You don't have to give nobody no excuses for not driving.
I feel like I need to.
I don't know why you feel that way. You don't drive. You just don't drive. Right. My son doesn't drive.
Because I don't. Really?
No. My oldest son doesn't drive at all. For the same reason, because he can walk everywhere.
Yeah.
He has a bike. He can ride his bike. Have you had a bike?
I want an electric bike, but I'm scared. I'm scared.
She's scared.
So I haven't ridden a bike in
the battery
years.
blowing up or what?
Well, the last time I rode a bike on Lakeshore Drive, it didn't end well.
Oh no.
We don't need to talk about it. Let's
That's
go
a
to
whole
something
show,
else.
right?
She brought it up and she don't want to talk about it.
She does it all
I'm
the time.
telling you why I'm not driving a bike, why I'm not riding a bike.
She had a bike collision.
No, it was yeah.
Well, whose fault was it?
There wasn't a collision. It was just an experience.
She doesn't drive. She doesn't ride bikes.
I want an electric bike. I think an electric bike will be better. I think I can handle an electric bike.
Until you can't find the off button. Right. You're like, I'm heading into an intersection and I can't hit that button.
That was the problem with the bike.
That was the problem with the bike. See, we've sussed it out. We teased it out.
I feel so much.
She got on a bike and she couldn't find the off button. And she almost ended up in the intersection.
See what's going on, y'all? You see what's going on here? See what happens? See what happens to people when you let them loose on some booze?
You know what?
A big ass bottle of booze with an X on it. See what happens?
Bamboo is truth serum.
That's what the X is for?
That's what the X is for.
Truth.
We're going to get the truth out of you before
Let's
it's
hurry up
over.
and get off the air before I tell more truth. Because I got a lot of truth.
All right, listen, man, this is a great opportunity to sponsor Michelle and her electric bike.
Yes.
Listen, I'm sure she'd be happy if you were to give her an electric bike. She'd promote the hell out of it on the broadcast.
I would.
And I'm happy to give her the time and space to do so.
We're going to set up a GoFundMe at
No, listen.
website.com.
I would do it only if I get a chance to do it and play this while she's riding the bike. That's the only way I do it.
Through with both of you
I'm
today.
just
It's time for us to
please
get
give her an
off
electric
the air.
bike. Please.
Kickstarter can be found on I ain't got no
I think so.
website.com.
That's right. That's Michelle's site, by the way. I ain't got no website.com.
Oh my God.
So hold that bottle up so people can see what y'all drinking, man.
Oh my God.
Hold that bottle up, man. Those of you on YouTube can see this bottle that Adrian has. And if you get a chance later, go to YouTube and look up the broadcast.
No.
Look up the broadcast.
She's drinking stuff that's got an X on it.
It's a beautiful. It's decorative. It's not the
It's got an
skull and
X on
bones
it.
thing.
Can you all see it?
That
Okay, I'm
looks-
feeling
that-
judgment all day today.
This was her poison for today. Bum boom.
Look how much is gone.
He came in with a full bottle. No, he didn't. No, he did not. No, he did not.
Oh, goodness.
They're going to have a dragnet out there.
See?
Be on the lookout for two drunk people.
I'm the designated broadcaster today.
Be on the lookout for two drunk people.
Child, I cannot with you guys. Cannot.
See what happens? Okay, so look.
Give peace a chance.
I
like that. Let's get.
No, hell with that, man. Y'all just go and kill each other up. Just go ahead and do that. That makes sense to you. In fact, the more I say it, the more sense it makes, right?
No.
Let's just go kill up a bunch of people.
No.
And take everything. Let's do that.
You started out so nice.
How's that been working so far?
Yeah, it's not.
That was my point at the outset.
I know.
But nah, you know what? Forget that. I'm harebrained and no, don't do that. Let's just go kill up a bunch of people and take this stuff.
You have been told that you're naive and that won't work under any circumstance.
That's right.
And Adrian's going to eat them.
Yeah.
I do love me some leftovers.
Hey, y'all, that's a sign that we're through today.
Love me some leftovers.
That's the sign that we're through. Stella, thank you for dancing, and thank you for giving drunk-ass Adrian the sauce for Michelle.
Thanks, Stella.
That's all the time we have. I want to thank you for yours, for Michelle and her news, for the drunk-ass Adrian, and the porno star formerly known as Bobby Longstroke.
Time for him to have his drink, too.
Right? I know. Come on, get you some booze, man.
We got to give him some.
Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, Eric Grant. Peace.
The way you touch me, driving me